Well, I'm looking for work. No. I remember being cynical, and the Vietnam War was over, and I had always wanted to fly airplanes, so I applied for a job with the Air Force. They said I could have any job I wanted, but being a pilot, so I let it go. One of my eyes wasn't too good. I had to have both eyes open to see properly because the scarlet fever seemed to have burned some of my retina. You know, it's alright. I'm sort of glad it didn't work out in the end. I would have sort of maybe disliked myself, I guess. But, made sense. It wasn't like we were going to have another war real soon, but then, we hadn't figured it all out. I've been saying lately that YouTube is about the best thing you're going to see as far as UNTV is concerned. I worked on trying to advance UNTV as really an anti-war measure, believing that the truth would show that it wasn't a good idea to go to war in Iraq. I came to discover, I had a wonderful, I try and keep the memory of Andre Lewin, former spokesman for Boutros Ghali, alive. He had become finally in his waning years, after being a high-level diplomat for the French in India and Africa and all around, and being the spokesman for the UN, Boutros Ghali. He had written in March 15th, 2003, Points for Reinvention of the UN, and I had found him. I can write a letter. Transcendia sounds real enough, so we corresponded. He added my points as far as UNTV were concerned to his points for reinvention of the UN. The UN hasn't claimed any space, really, where people, it's the mental landscape. This is territory. I say now the closest thing to you, the best of UNTV we're bound to see is YouTube. I wish it paid. Sure hadn't paid for me. Now I was inspired a little bit by some correspondence with Dan Sallett, the director, who's gotten good reviews and gave me a good review for the DP I did on what became Mint Julep. It had become Aberdeen when the people came here to make the vehicle that was to lead to work for Angelica Torn, who's now Angelica Page. Her mother was Geraldine Page, who ended up, I believe one of her best roles, last role, was in Interiors by Woody Allen. I don't care about nothing. Nothing cares about me. I don't care about nuclear bombs, and nuclear bombs don't care about me. You know, tactical nuclear weapons are pretty desirable. John C. Mearsheimer, the political scientist who wrote Tragedy of Great Power Politics out of Chicago School, he said everybody needs a nuclear weapon so they can participate in war by threat. In a multipolar power balance like we got now, which was the same as we had prior to World War I, as we enter into the death throes of the 100-year oil war, I can't see how anything is going to end like that other than in nuclear weapons being used on the battlefield to delay tanks. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Everybody's got nuclear weapons. You know, a lot of people want to see the apocalypse. Sometimes I do too. I'd rather be just wiped out without any thought about it and left as a shadow. You know, I don't really want to just be one of those burned in shadows on a piece of concrete on the ground. I was invited to Carter's inauguration. I went. My grandmother was so impressed, and I made a movie. I figured out what it really cost in real filmmaking, production terms for me to make that movie. I don't know. Never made anything off of it. I'm proud of it. It's sitting there. I was running a Super 8 sound camera, great camera, a little UMIG, had a microphone go in it. And it would work open mic, and you could pick up the radio. So there's some NPR commentary that goes on. Sounds really good. I could have done more to it, but I don't have any money. You can find it. It's called The Common Fool's Trip to the Inauguration. It's a documentary. Part of my career. Cameraman. I always thought of movie cameras as if they were machine guns. What an invention. They used to put the sprocket holes in the very center of the frame early on. French invented what? The French invented photography and internal combustion engine. Ran on coal oil. I would have probably been better. I was tested early on. They said I should have been a scientist then at the time, but I got scholarships for poetry and acting. So, I don't know. Life went on. I'm pleased. I wouldn't do anything to change the life of the mind. I know so much. Hard work does that. But then the reading has all been focused on what kind of nation would you create? And it turns out that my model, I didn't mean for my modeling, my economic modeling, to really replicate what the CIA had done with their front, that they put together their front businesses in aviation, which was a powerful area. I ended up working on it, but I ended up working for Page Abject. And I would read the papers, the news, trade papers, aviation, space technology, stuff like that. One time they said they weren't making any money. I said, well, you are. It says so right here. Meeting over. They never have any money. Nice thing about working at the airport, at least, is it's site-specific, but it's all in your face, as far as inequality, corporate jets, people flying around. BTUs of kerosene and all like that, they're pretty valuable. You can make the stuff out of yams, potatoes. North Carolina scientists had come up with a way to do that. North Carolina State University is very competitive with MIT but they want. I'm telling these engineers this time they just started speaking out instead of being waiting to be asked. They got, you know, the idea that there's some kind of real separation between business and government is ridiculous anymore. You can go to school, pay to work on important inventions and innovations and systems. Pay to work. This tape recorder just ran out of tape. I'm going to put some tape in it. I might play something worth hearing. Anyway, I was hoping I could get another part as an actor. The only time I ever made any real money was from acting. I want to play some kind of Harry Dean Stanton part, maybe. What do you think? I sounded a lot like William Burroughs on a part I did for, well, you know, I feel like my ideal performance that I ought to complete just because of the way I've taken up with it. I've had tape recorder. This is the greatest tape recorder. But I always had a tape recorder. I was married to the tape recorder. And, you know, a lot of people like tape recorder. A lot of people like tape recorder. Think about your man, well, Samuel Beckett, Spool. Spool. Who do you want to kill today? I need a job. I don't care. Might as well be pigs. They cut their throats too. Let's blow some people to bits. I need a job. Science is so fantastic. Drones. Just like a game, nobody's gotta know my name. How about them time zones? So the best thing to do is just not care, go around and fly in the air. Mental health depends on balance. Not caring is probably pretty wise. You gonna believe what I tell you or what you see with your eyes? Well, you know, my idea here that I offered to the physicist is that in the multi-universe universe, which is a big universe means everything and far away and a long time, both ways. I believe it's original with me, to tell you the truth. But I don't make sense. But in a multi-universe universe, there are going to be slow light universes and fast light universes. And the cosmology of universes is represented by the balloon with the dead space all inside, kind of all the world on top of the balloon. But it's a hot dog balloon twisted in the center like an infinity circle, see? So we could be a big time species traveling between slow light and fast light universes. Engineers could figure it out. We want to be a big-time universe, and we don't want to go back to damn Stone Ages, so we got to eliminate nuclear weapons. Ban the bomb. Ban the bomb. Ban the bomb. Also, I feel by now, you got to know this is 2000, about 2,600,000,000. 2,600,000,000 was when what the population was around World War II. No, I mean 20-some. I don't know. What was it? 30 million killed in World War II. But now it's 7 billion. They get to 9 billion pretty quick. It's logarithmic. So anyway, I'd say about time we thought about having 2 UNs competing. I don't believe we're going to end all wars myself, but the systems keep civilization intact. Taxes pay for that. I hear it's David K. Johnston. I want his tax code. I want to see his tax code, see if it'll work for Transcendia. Transcendia, you're going to insure a dollar whether anybody else uses it or not. Currency, the basis of the currency matters. Thanks.